pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga, nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga, nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo.
Halfway through the 9-game slate on this Sunday, mula pa rin dito sa Divine Light Academy in Las Piñas City. Cavite City pa rin, and itong XUR home slate facing up in the 16 under division. They do have the 14 under game later on, and ang Palawan URH Builders going up against the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops ang tatapos ng ating linggo. Sa magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. I'm Mendy Hart, joined once again by Coach Anton de los Reyes. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Coach Anton.
Good afternoon, Iman. Good afternoon to everyone that's watching and following Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Of course, ito nga ang ating laro ngayong araw. After that 18 under victory by XUR Homes Leyte, Cavite City would want to make up for this 16 under victory. Pag-usapan na natin, Coach Anton, both these teams. Cavite City is an old name dito sa ating season, but a new team ang kanilang binabandera in season number 3.
In season number 2, etong Cavite nga, this squad reached the quarterfinals with the core of their 14 under team. Showed flashes of powerhouse potential.
Of course, sa mga players na gusto ring magpakilala dito sa Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL nga. Dito naman tayo sa kabila, Coach Anton. Of course, this team, no stranger to us. We had a good chance to cover them in the previous week, and wasn't the best welcome dito sa ating liga, I would say.
Wasn't the first game that they had wanted, although yung mga kuya nila kanina nanalo. We talked about, or we're talking about it right now, the 16 under squad. They lost to San Juan 52-81. Yakov Espiritu, 11 points, 8 rebounds. Great game, but he needs some help from his teammates.
Malaman na nga natin if makakabawi ba ang Sur Homes Leyte or will Cavite City redeem themselves in the 16 under division. Let's head over to Denzel Santiago to introduce our starting five.
Excitement continues here at Divine Light Academy, Las Piñas City, as we bring you the continuation of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. The next basketball action continues between the 16 under of Cavite City MTJH versus the Leyte XUR Homes. Be our live on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Now let us meet the starters. First from the Cavite City MTJH. On guard number 0, Andrew Sanchez. Also guard number 23, Enzo Gallardo. At 4, number 15, Liam Fonasher. Also 4, number 20, Caleb Liwanag. Playing center number 34, Andre Gamboa. And coach Sir Potit De Vera. Now let us meet the starters from your Leyte XUR Homes. At guard number 44, Euclid Geronimo. Also guard number 11, J. Ben Balutze. At 4, number 4, Jeremiah Alcaiz. Also 4, number 22, Yakov Espiritu. Playing center number 25, Mark Valiense. Head coach Sergey Pacheco Carlo. Assisted by our Chonko Rostov. Team manager, Chonko Elaine. Our games officials for today's match, Crew Chief Dong Ramos. Umpire 1, Raymond Mazara. Umpire 2, Nino Borsenos. Junior MPBL Executive Director, Sir J.R. Navarro. Junior MPBL Commissioner, Mr. Kate Picasso. Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino.
On to the 16 under matchup between Leyte and Cavite City. Sur Homes will begin this ball game with Geronimo, Balute, Alcaiz, Espiritu, and Valiente. Para naman sa MTJH Academy, it's Sanchez, Gallardo, Fonasher, Liwanag, and Gamboa to round out their 5 team starters brought to us by Doride, ang bola ng Pinoy. And bago pa tayo mag-umpisa, Coach Anton, I just have to say, I could mistake this division as the 18 under 1. Itong size ng mga bata na pinapanood natin as Leyte will open up the scoring festivities in this game.
Quick 2 points for Leyte. Did not waste any time. But tama ka nga, no, Jaime, medyo itong 16 under, dalakihan din.
Look at that range from Gamboa. Hitting on that 3-pointer. Ganun na nakikita mo ngayon, Coach Anton. No? Oo, ako yung sentro, but I also have that outside touch.
That outside touch, that's correct. And that's something that's going to be essential in today's ball game. You have to be able to stretch the floor just so you're going to have a lot of different looks on offense as well as on defense. You're going to keep the defense guessing as to what you're going to be doing.
Sur Homes, of course, want to have a better start after yung pinag-usapan ng ating Coach Anton that it was a rude welcome para sa kanila against makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors just last weekend. And if their 18 under team is gonna show them anything, is that they can bounce back from a loss.
Yung mga kuya nila are showed the way earlier. They got their first win, so now at 1-1, and for this 16 under squad, they want to go get that even keel standing here in the 3rd season of the Junior MPBL.
They go to Gamboa. Now Sanchez. Kick out. Liwanag will be fouled and headed to the line for 2.
A great pass inside to Liwanag. Great cut as well to be able to try and get closer and again give different looks to the defense. Initially they went outside, shot the 3-pointer. Ngayon they're going inside, so that's what you want to have, that variety in your offense.
They're at two bigs, no? Being active here early. Although Gamboa mukhang maagang iuupo dito. As Liwanag will miss the first. Early 1-point lead para sa Sur Homes Leyte. This jam-packed Divine Light Academy in Las Piñas on a Mother's Day Sunday.
At bagong lahat, batiin natin ng mga misis at mga asawa, ang mga nanay ng Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day po, and of course, who wouldn't be prouder, no, na mapanood ang kanilang mga anak, mga pamangkin, mga inaanak dito sa ating season number 3. Gallardo against two defenders, shot is short.
Not the spacing that you would want, that offensive set.
Making it up for that shot. Able to deflect that pass. Ball will stay with the dark shirts. Agang balasa dito ni Coach Potit.
Just 2.5 minutes going by, pero nagpalit na kagad, dalawang player.
Geronimo able to find Valiente. Shot too strong. Valiente once more. Still no go. Third try. Finally getting his fourth point of the game.
Even with a lot of contact, he's still there inside fighting for that leather.
Of course, Sur Homes Leyte has that game under their belt, and while that was a lopsided loss, iba rin yung nabibigay sa'yo na parang, okay, magigets ko na what Junior MPBL is all about. And another bucket plus the foul, courtesy of Javen Balute. Take another look at that move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready.
Javen Balute, I should say, in their last game. Seven points, 3 rebounds, and an assist.
Alam mo, reliable din, no? Para dito sa Sur Homes Leyte. They have a great start, up by 4. Close to 4 minutes gone by dito sa ating first period. Alcaiz goes to Geronimo. Valiente has had a lot of success. Two-man game with Balute. Pulls up for this jumper. Got hit, but still able to sink the J.
And that's skill for you, Javen Balute. Even if he got that contact, he still had that presence of mind to finish that shot.
Sur Homes now up by 6. Bonasher. Floater is short. Geronimo secures the board. Leyte slowing it down as Geronimo calls it out. So 13 to work with. Hand off to Alcaiz. Against two defenders. Couldn't finish off the glass. Gets his own miss. Couldn't get the roll. Tapikan. Alcaiz fighting for it. It will fall to the hands of Valiente. And he will be fouled. Headed to the line for 2.
How about the offensive rebounding of the Sur Homes Leyte squad? Learning a thing or two about that game they had last time. You see them fighting, two players fighting for that offensive board. We always talk about it. You can't assume that your teammate is going to make that shot. You have to assume that he's going to miss, so that when those opportunities for those offensive rebounds present itself, you're going to be ready to get them.
Valiente. A number of rebounds already. Made that 5 boards in the first quarter alone, although missing on both his charities. A lefty layup. That goes in para kay Andrew Sanchez.
A quick attack to the basket, and that's what you want. Not yet set up. Going strong to the hole.
Valiente. Another bucket. 6 early points para dito kay Valiente. Lead back up to 6. Sanchez. Hand off to Macapagal. He will be called for steps. And 3 players off the bench of Cavite City. As Sanchez, Bonasher will take a seat. Geronimo. Nice fake from Balute. Spin cycle, what a move! Everything but the shot. Couldn't get the roll. Was Jacob Espiritu. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Corner 3. Overshoots. Second try is good para kay Rich Fernandez.
And that's again what we talked about. You can't assume your teammate's going to make that shot. You have to assume they're going to miss it so that you're going to be ready when those offensive rebounds come your way.
Lead down to 4 once more. Balute, they go to the block. Valiente. Great anticipation there from Macapagal. As a jump ball will be called. Possession goes back to Cavite City. Players not realizing just yet that it would be Cavite basketball.
Nice double team by Liam Macapagal on Valiente. Didn't know that it was coming.
Vera. Too much mustard on that layup. But they will regain possession. Great trap there coming from De Vera and Pineda.
And you mentioned it there. That trap coming in early, di pa nakaka-set up doon. He was still going to make his move and it was already there just to surprise and give them different looks. Talking about itong Cavite City kontra sa Leyte XUR Homes.
Off the pick. Open for 3. Knocking it down. Joshua Pineda.
That was a casual three-pointer by Joshua Pineda in that corner.
Lead down to 1. Balute slips out of his hands. Alcaez now calling out Geronimo. The 7 to shoot now. Euclid, slow-mo maneuver, gets a 2.
I like that slow-mo maneuver. It's not always about going quick. You also have to mix it up on offense. Change of pace.
That pace, speedy was De Vera. Missing short on that layup. The trap once again. Have to throw it ahead. They do so. Nakabuelo, bumitin. A bit too deep. Ramirez trying to secure the offensive rebound. Puts it up short.
Jared Ramirez, one of our favorite players that we saw from last week. Big boy Jared.
Another escape, but another layup that will miss para sa Cavite City. Geronimo looking to dance. Drops it off to Ramirez. A bit too high. Ball deflected. Almost a steal from Geronimo. Pineda. Was streaking Macapagal. Gets fouled. Awarded with 2 free throws.
A nice cut to the basket by Macapagal. And great recognition by Pineda to give that ball up. You see it there.
Sabitan.
Smart play from Joshua Pineda.
And I know Daphne might be able to help me here, but Liam Macapagal looks familiar. I just can't quite put a pin on what team he played for last season. He's able to get that first to the delight of Cavite City fans. Malapit-lapit lang naman dito sa ating Divine Light Academy in Las Piñas. Lead sila 2-14-12. Spinning baseline, able to escape his defender. What a move! That was Vicente with a finish.
How about that? That quick spin move to the baseline by Vicente. That one was money.
Under a minute left. Gamboa back in the ball game. Keyhole jumper. Off to the left, trying to chase his own miss. But ball goes back to XUR Homes. Only 46.5 seconds remaining in just our first quarter. Ramirez tries for 3. That's off.
That was straight from our angle. Short nga lang for Jared.
Rivera once again still can finish. Will try once more. Draws the foul. Like the activity ni De Vera early, despite a couple of misses, relentless in attacking the hoop.
And that's what you call being unfazed, no? And being ready for that challenge.
It's the first to go for his first point of the ball game and of season number 3.
It's Zeke De Vera at the line. Of course, if the last name seems familiar, head coach Petit De Vera, that's his son.
Didn't want to assume, but
No, it is.
I mean, medyo mga nasa 85% na ako.
Yun eh, oo.
Kasi
Maputi
itsura
kasi,
din naman
maputi,
eh.
maputi,
Maputi
maputi,
din.
maputi kay Coach Petit. Coach Petit is a friend of mine.
Hawig na hawig din.
Oo, maputi lang. Yun lang yung difference.
2 seconds remaining. Braza missing strong as the buzzer sounds to end our first quarter. Just a lone point separating Sur Homes Leyte and the Cavite City MTJH Academy. It's a better start para dito sa Sur Homes agad from that disastrous debut in season number 3 as we take a look at some highlights brought to us by Chef's Magic.
Yet, Valiente starting it early, getting those offensive rebounds, getting a couple of points. Gamboa starting things off with a three-pointer. Pero you have Javen Balute with a three-point play, a couple of points as well to give this lead to Leyte XUR Homes.
And at the end of the first 10 minutes of action, it's 16 to 15. Abante nga ang Leyte as we look at the lucky fan, a happy Mother's Day fan dito sa ating Chef's Magic goodies from tip-off to the final buzzer. Every moment counts and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment.
Welcome back to Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Hindi naman stranger itong si head coach Carl Pacheco ng Team Leyte XUR Homes because just a fun fact, way back no ating season 1, he already called the shots para sa 16 under naman ng Marikina Junior Shoe Masters. But right now, nagkaroon na rin siya ng experiences ng pagiging head coach in the pros, pero iba nga daw ang atake kapag itong mga youth basketball. But for him, sabi niya nga sa akin, yung naging season 1 was really a tough one for him. Kaya dito, magiging comeback season daw, pero they want to take it one game at a time. Kaya tingnan natin kung makukuha rin nila ang kanilang unang panalo dito kontra Cavite. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you once again, the ever so hardworking Daphne Cristobal. Kasama natin for all the 9 games on this Sunday.
Iba talaga no? Talagang kayod. As we see head coach Carlo Pacheco, who we had a chance to, of course, talk to nung first game nila. And this XUR Homes latest squad, it is an old squad pero nagpalit ng coaching staff. It is club-based. It is yung full potential basketball club from Caloocan. And we cannot stress enough how wonderful it is what he has been doing. Giving yung chances nga sa mga players na hindi galing sa mga big name schools, so mga walang ligang nalalaroan yon. Pero eto, linagay niya dito sa junior MPBL, kaya makikita natin or nakikita natin ngayon that they are shining bright like a diamond.
Some stories that we also heard last weekend, Coach Anton, no, that really feed into yung mga players na to that really found a way despite sabi mo nga not being in the bigger
Big
schools or
schools,
even
yes.
walang varsity yung mga schools nila.
Yun pa yung isa, walang mga team. So nagkakaroon sila ng opportunity or ng chance because of course, the junior MPBL and the coaches that have joined the league.
Speaking of chance, a second chance point para kay Abubo of the miss from the second free throw of Sunga. Lamang na dito ang Cavite City for the first time, 18 to 16. Attacking the hoop, Braza couldn't convert. Able to fight for another chance. Kilala. Pulls up straight away. That's off. Ooh, look at the hustle. Braza turns it over. Rivera looking underneath, but Abubo unable to contain the leather.
Doing it on defense, itong Sure Homes Leyte, they might not be able to convert, but on defense, they're getting those stops.
Wide open, but too strong para kay Braza. Medyo maalat ang panimula dito ng Sure Homes Leyte in the second quarter. Look at that move. Medyo may halong gulang parang kay Jaden Abubo, but 2 points nonetheless.
Again, Jaden Abubo starting things strong here para sa Cavite. 4 quick points for him.
That spark off the bench. Tolentino floats it up. Not gonna fall. So still scoreless. Itong Leyte here in the second. As a traveling violation will be called against De Vera.
So again, like what we mentioned, they may not be able to convert on their offensive sets, on their attempts, but the defensive side, that's where they're kumbaga bumabawi and getting those points, getting the leather back.
Sabi mo nga, walang malas sa
Yun.
depensa.
Oo. And it's all hard work on defense.
Esquilala, just 3 to shoot. Able to find an open teammate and getting that short stab is Christian Basilia.
Nice drive and drop, recognizing that Basilia was there waiting sa baseline.
That's the lead down to 2. Abubo susubok from outside. Not gonna fall. Another offensive rebound as a loose ball foul will be whistled against Leyte. Foul on the floor, says our officials. That was Basilia, called for his first.
You see it again. Kilala to Basilia.
Gallardo splitting his defenders and getting the finish off the window. Great composure despite the contact para dito kay Enzo Gallardo.
Hey, look at the build of Gallardo. There you go, Gallardo.
Move brought to us, of course, by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready. Bonus free throw coming the way of Gallardo. Couldn't complete the three-point play. Espiritu snatches the board. Rome's immediately on the other end. Go to the block. Jacob Espiritu against 2 defenders, trying to muscle his way inside. Able to draw the foul. Rewards himself with 2 free throws.
How about that offensive rebound, though? Against 2 defenders, he was doubled, but he was still able to rise in between of those 2 players and get that offensive rebound. You know, if you're the offensive player and you're the one that takes a shot, there's a high likelihood na ikaw rin ang dapat makakuha niyan because you're the one who knows if it's either gonna go short, left, or right, or strong. So alam mo kung saan pupunta. And Jacob Espiritu showing us just that he was able to get that offensive rebound.
A bit undersized, no? Pero pala, alam niya rin yung pwestuhan sa loob. He really using that frame. As he cuts the lead down to 2. 5.5 remaining dito sa ating first half of action. Liwanag making a move. Finger roll. Met a top by Espiritu. Para push, says our officials. And that will put Leyte at the limit with still 5:19 remaining in the second.
Early foul trouble or early team fouls para dito sa Leyte. If you look at the team foul situation, 1 for Cavite, itong Leyte. They're already at the limit.
Liwanag will hit the first. Great size as well for this kid. And as we've seen time and time again, he can put the ball on the floor. Make that 2 out of 2. Claps all around. 24-20 as Tolentino fires from 3. And we'll get the bounce.
Shooter's bounce for Kirk DeAndre Tolentino. DeAndre Jordan yung dating.
Pagka Kirk Heinrich, pero
Oo.
DeAndre Jordan.
Pero DeAndre Jordan, mix.
Mix. Ang balanse lang. Chance to take the lead once again para sa Leyte. Down by 1. Kilala. Goes to the middle. Looking to drop it off, but instead they turn it over. Good intention. Masyado nga lang masikip. Some full court pressure being applied here by Leyte. Yun na nga. Able to force that turnover.
So again, Leyte, they may not be able to convert on their offense, but on defense, bumabawi naman sila.
Now their turn. Another opportunity. Tolentino. Go to Valiente once again. It's 4 to shoot. Makes a move against Liwanag. Too strong.
Everything but the shot or everything but the bucket for Valiente. Nice drop step using his left.
Gallardo now. Goes behind the back but loses the leather. Leyte looking to run. Tolentino has Kilala with him. Ball fake. A bit off on that layup. Able to hustle for that basketball was Kyle Juanerio. Thought it was going out of bounds.
I know.
For a second.
I was exactly thinking that that ball had no chance of going
Natay
back
ko yung
to the
pito
side.
eh.
Oo, of Leyte.
Very physical inside. Another miss para sa Leyte, so still can't reclaim the lead. Wanna share. Gets fouled and the bucket.
He
Liam
liked that
Ponasher.
shot. Yeah, he liked that shot. Talking about Liam Ponasher. Going baseline and going middle.
Move brought to us by
go.
Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga Ready. And Condevera was quite a familiar surname kanina, Coach Anton.
Yun, I was going to say, if this sounds familiar, this is the son, of course, of Ateneo standout and PBA great Larry Fonasher. Third generation na yan. Third generation na yan.
Gilas hero as well. Larry Fonasher. And a thorn to our side, should I say, Coach Anton? To our green side. Makapagal comes up with a steal, but not giving up on that play was Balute. Coming up with a block from behind.
And you like the fight, no? Not giving up on those plays. Talking about Javin Balute. Still chasing down that transition offense, not making it easy for Cavite to get that 2 points.
Makapagal. Picks up his dribble. Able to drop it off. Wide open was Luigi Lopez.
Getting lost, getting caught up there, the defense. Luigi getting the 2 points inside.
They throw it away. Sanchez couldn't get the roll. Makapagal, nice save, but falls to the wrong hands. It's the biggest lead now para sa Cavite City at 6. 29-23, under 2 minutes to play with here in the second. What a move. Short. Second try, still no go. Gamboa gets the ball snatched away from him. Third opportunity finally para kay Berunyo.
Adrian Berunyo. That's the epitome of just being the tenacity of wanting to get that rock and getting the 2 points.
Talagang nadaan sa puwersahan. Sanchez though calmly hitting on that pull-up to hike the lead up to 6 once again. Alcaez goes cross court. Balute lilipad. Going to finish off the glass. Gamboa secures the board. Approaching the minute mark here in the second. Taking it all the way. Lopez once again. Coach Carlo Pacheco not liking what he's seeing. Now the biggest deficit kinakaharap ng SUR Homes Leyte here in the first half. 33-25. No one stopping the basketball as Lopez, unmolested, extends the lead to 8 with 58.5 remaining here in the second. A look at the crowd here in the Divine Light Academy in Las Piñas. All-out support para sa kanilang mga koponan. And all smiles so far behind the bench of both teams. Just enjoying the action this afternoon.
Always a good-sized crowd here sa Divine Light Academy.
Nice. Almost taking it all the way. Goes to Valiente. Falls short. Natuklaw. Nice steal there. Great effort coming from Buenaventura. But turns it over right back to Cavite City. Makapagal kontra Balute. And that foul will mean free throws.
Trying to stop that fast break was Javen Balute.
So 38.6 to play with. A surge here by Cavite City, outscoring itong Leyte 18-9 in this quarter. A chance to add to that. Anything different na nakita mo dito, Coach Anton, that Cavite City was able to execute a lot more than during the, compared to the first quarter?
Well, it's more of, I would say, Leyte and their offense not clicking here in the second the way it was in the first quarter. And for the side of Cavite naman, they were taking advantage of those opportunities, especially in fast break. No one stopping the transition, kaya nakakalamang sila ngayon.
Yet another miss para nga sa Leyte. Sanchez speeding through the lane, missing short. Abubo against 3 dark shirts. Gets the third opportunity para sa Cavite City. Sanchez all alone hits the three-pointer.
Andrew Sanchez, second time's the charm on that offensive set.
Na-share couldn't get the roll, but put back will work. 5 straight to end the second quarter para sa Cavite City. And they will take with them a 13-point lead. Their biggest so far in this ball game. XUR Homes Leyte struggled in that second quarter, putting up only 9 points after leading by 1 at the end of the 10 minutes. So look at some highlights once again brought to us by Chef's Magic.
Jaden Abubo again, 2 points. Enzo Gallardo teaming up together along with Liam Fonasher, Andrew Sanchez, Luigi Lopez para sa side ng Cavite. Leyte naman, Christian Basilia, Jacob Espiritu trying to keep it close.
And at the half, it's 38-25. The MTJH Academy up by 13.
Hindi lahat ng basketball story nangyayari sa loob ng court. Yung iba, nagsisimula sa kusina habang nagpiprito ng itlog, naghahanda ng baon at sumisigaw ng,
"Anak, gising na. May game ka."
ito ang kwento ng mga nanay sa Junior MPBL. At hindi lang sila basta nanay. Sila ang tunay na MVP. Sila ang may sariling hustle. Naglalaban ng jersey na may natural scent na hindi na tinanggal sa bag. At sa court, ayun, mas intense pa sa coach. Sila din ng team manager, team chaperone, team mascot, team everything. Walang sweldo, walang reklamo, pero may dalang baon at dasal sa bawat laban. Pero higit pa sa sigaw nila sa bleachers, sila ang unang naniwala sa atin. Kahit tambak na, tuloy pa rin ang cheer. Kahit wala pang medalya, proud na. Kahit pagod na, andyan pa rin. At kahit hindi sila laging nakikita sa spotlight, sila ang nagbibigay ng ilaw. At syempre, hindi lang ito para sa biological moms. This is also for the tita na laging present sa games. Yung guardian na tumayong nanay. Yung lola na tahimik lang pero panay ang dasal sa bahay. Yung ate na naging second mom. At yung titang ina na mas supportive pa sa buong barangay. Sa mga babaeng tumayong ilaw ng tahanan, ilaw ng bench, at ilaw ng buong team, we see you. We thank you, and we love you. Kaya sa araw na ito, gusto naming sumigaw ng isa pang maraming salamat po para sa sakripisyo, sa pag-aaruga, sa pagmamahal na walang kondisyon. So ngayon, Ma, gusto lang po naming sabihin, salamat po. Kahit wala ka po sa stat sheet, ikaw ang reason kung bakit kami lumalaban. Sa Junior MPBL, you're not just moms. You are legends. Happy Mother's Day sa lahat ng moms, titas, lolas, guardians, and women who give love like no other. This one is for you.
At the half, it's 38-25. Cavite City with its 13-point advantage against SUR Homes Leyte dito sa ating 16 under division. Some numbers dito, Coach Anton. What stands out para sa'yo?
Standing out are the field goal, of course, 51 contra 29%, and that's in Cavite's favor. That's a lot, has a lot to do with the fact that they were able to get those points inside. They were able to get yung mga steals during those press, kaya ang taas ng field goal percentage nitong Cavite. Everything else pretty much even. 3-point field goals, 3 out of 5, 1 out of 5 for SUR Homes. Rebounds 24-20 in favor of SUR Homes. Assists even at 4, and turnovers 10 contra 9 or 9 for Cavite City.
For the 1-point lead actually para sa Leyte at the end of the first, as we take a look at our fan of the game brought to us by True Tea Iced Tea. Spotting someone in the crowd who's been cheering non-stop, full of energy and bringing all the good vibes here in this game. And you know what they say, the coolest fan deserves the coolest iced tea. Congratulations to our fan of the game. You're getting a refreshing treat from True Tea Iced Tea, a no sugar added iced tea. Stay cool with True Tea Iced Tea, the goodness of iced tea without the sugar. Walang asukal, Coach Anton.
Wala. Safe na safe para sa mga may diabetes.
Mga HbA1c dyan. And, just waiting for our third quarter to resume. That second quarter, only 9 points para dito nga sa Leyte, Coach Anton. That field goal shooting that you pointed out, biglang alago itong Cavite City.
That's a 23-9 second quarter. So that's big blast. And you have to add to the fact as well the second chance points for Cavite, 15-6.
Carving out points wherever they could. Looking to build on this 13-point lead. The beginning of the third. Rivera. Caught in no man's land, able to get it to Pineda. Couldn't finish on that layup. Another opportunity. Shot too strong. Third offering. Maaagaw na ng Leyte. Geronimo. Able to get it to the wing. But couldn't finish. Was Kilala. Iyawan dito sa Las Piñas. Every pass. Ooh. Snatching that ball away was Valiente. Kilala. Kick out, Espiritu. Siya naman ang susubok. Way short. Abubo, ahead of the pack. Only Geronimo back. Great defense, nonetheless, despite the height disadvantage. Geronimo pa rin. Drops it off this time to the right. As De Vera will be fouling Lance Andrew Royo.
Lance Royo was laser focused on that jumper.
Momentum carrying doon ni De Vera. But Royo couldn't complete the three-point play. They got the ball back as Geronimo secures the offensive rebound, but will give up this foul against Pineda.
So sayang yung mga opportunities na gano'n, no? You're able to get that offensive rebound, but you throw the ball away. You gotta do a better job taking care of that leather.
Just as we say that, Cavite City not taking care of the basketball, and Royo says thank you. Lead is down to 9 now. Another steal on the backcourt. Baseline pull up, that's short. Immediately apologizing was Royo to his bench.
Jay Nabubo may have gotten a piece of that leather.
Rivera sidestepping his way through, draws the foul against Valiente. Kanina pa si De Vera talaga, Coach Anton. Parang like a ball. Sandun yung paint is
Red.
exactly.
Just attacking that paint. Still being aggressive. Even if they had that lead, or they have this lead.
It's the first. All smiles as they see themselves on the big screen dito sa Divine Light Academy. Simple joys. De Vera hits both.
At least they say hi. May iba kasi nagtatago eh.
Hindi daw nagpaalam.
Oo,
Bawal
eh.
daw makita. Kilala for three. Short. Spiritu carving his way through. Get some contact. 2 free throws coming up.
How do you like that? Yaw Espiritu again with that offensive rebound. You see Coach Carlo Pacheco earlier. Parang may mali daw dun sa bitaw eh.
Pero bakit daw? Bakit ganun?
Short eh, oh. Parang may mali daw eh.
Spiritu played excellent. You did call him out during the pre-game despite that loss against San Juan. So far, 2 and 5 para kay Yakov. Gets the second to go. Lead down to 10, 40-30. Rivera, hounded by Geronimo. Attacks once again. High off the glass. Won't work. Espiritu secures rebound number 6. Royo got to his spot, but missing short. Geronimo thought about the 3. Couldn't split his defenders as a blocking foul will be whistled against Cavite City.
Cavite City going with a zone defense here. Daring etong Sure Homes Leyte to take the outside shot. And so far, it has been working kasi hindi nga naman nakaka-convert dito ang Leyte. 1 out of 7 from 3-point territory. Itong Sure Homes Leyte.
Why not? No? Hanggang mahulog, hanggat hindi nahuhulog yan. Geronimo flying through the air. Fishes the foul from Fernandez. Kita rin natin to last week, Coach Anton. Si Geronimo, daredevil din yung mga drives nito eh.
No fear. Itong si Eugene Geronimo, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Euclid. There you go. Euclid Geronimo.
Missing on his first though. Unique yung mga pangalan. No?
Oo.
Yung mga karamihan ng mga players na nakikita natin na based on basketball players na eh.
Madami ng ganun, no?
I was covering a game yesterday with Justin Almeida, and he was introduced to already a veteran dito sa junior MPBL, King James Gecolea.
Yun. King James.
And punta naman tayo kay Queen Daphne for a report. Go ahead.
Hi, my Coach Anton. MTJH or more than just hopes itong Cavite City. Well, this is an academy by Coach Putit De Vera showcasing hidden talents of young gunners, planting the right seeds at the young age. From their name nga, no, na more than just hopes, it's actually a reminder about looking beyond the ball or the sport, but also a training of character for them. Para naman dito kay Coach Putit, he remains firm in his belief and tradition that is successful basketball player isn't just about their talent alone. The player must know that it is a responsibility, accountability, and commitment. At syempre yung disiplina na dapat bata pa lang alam na nila. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Daphne and Coach Potet. No? You shared the story about Coach Carlo kanina. That cause that both these coaches have
So
Really admirable.
it's really developing these young men, not only with their basketball skills, but also how they are as human beings. Kasi nga naman, we can always think that basketball, it's not going to be forever. That's one. And number two, it may not work out for you. Let's just be realistic. But at least you develop yung discipline and you become a fine member of society after
Perfectly put.
everything's been said and done.
So in your case, basketball not ending pa, Coach Anton.
Oo.
Parang gusto ko malaman yung sikreto mo eh.
Well,
Parang ako parang dalawang baba ata. May mga sumasakit na sa akin eh.
magaling lang akong umarting hindi masakit. Pero pagdating sa
Umingiti
bahay,
lang.
puro ice. Ice here, ice there. Meron niyang talon now, ice later. No? Jump now, ice later.
Indahin mo na lang, no? Ay, mahirap naman pagpakita mo sa kanila. Just 8 seconds to work with para sa Cavite City. They able to find Liwanag. Looking for a foul. No whistle. Tayo sa kabila. Sasabihin ko pa lang sana, would have gotten away with a push, but Balute will be called for an offensive foul.
Wanted to clear out some space for himself to be able to put up that shot. Was Javen Balute. Said he's called for an offensive foul.
Sanchez, able to get the ball across. Siya naman ang makakadraw ng foul. And penalty na both teams. So 2 free throws coming up para kay Andrew Sanchez.
You see here the defense tightening up for both squads. Kaya naman yung penalty or T-foul situation natin. Both already at the penalty.
Surhoms Leyte, syempre iba rin yung gusto nilang maging storya ng larong to with that opening loss last weekend. Cavite City of course would want to secure a victory in their debut. Which unfortunately for their 18 under team, they weren't able to secure just yet. Sanchez hits both. Lead up to a dozen. Full court pressure here para sa Cavite City. May tatawid ni Kilala. Decides to pull up. Hits the basket plus the foul.
Again, Sean Kilala. Nagpapakilala dito.
Last weekend, Coach Anton, I remember this player that's giving us those oohs and ahs, eh, no? Dribbling
Moves
exhibition.
talaga,
Yep.
that's correct. He's got the handles for it. This time showing us the mid-range jumper.
Good to know he has that part of his game. By the way, that move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness. B-Liga ready. Short on the bonus free throw. Lead sila at 10. Sanchez. His turn to pull up. Couldn't knock it down. Tapikan. Liwanag. Able to secure the offensive rebound. Back to Sanchez. Through the lane. Fouled once again.
And that's going to be 2 free throws. But how about that offensive rebound? And how about the drive for Andrew Sanchez? He pulled up earlier, couldn't knock it down. Pero this time he changed the offense a little bit and went inside, took it strong. Got a foul in the process.
Got 2 out of 2 earlier. Hitting on the first. Sana hindi natin nabate. 4 out of 4.
Wala
Andrew
daw.
Sanchez.
Walang commentators, jinx para kay Andrew.
Lead just playing around the 10 to 12 range. And if you're Cavite City, you wouldn't mind trading baskets with Surhoms Leyte.
And if you're Surhoms Leyte, you got to get stops. Conversions and stops. You cannot afford to trade baskets with this Cavite City squad.
We'll take another look at a previous play, it appears.
May above the shoulder hit daw kasi Sinasabi ng player from Cavite City. That's what they're reviewing.
Going back to your point kanina, Coach Anton, no, that Sur Homes Leyte, that despite their offensive struggles, yung depensa, nakakapag-invest naman sila doon. As we take another look at this play that they're reviewing. I think it was Espiritu and Liwanag.
Right from the free throw area, you saw a nagkakabanggaan na sila. You're gonna catch it there. There you go. First one, second, and the third. There you go.
Yeah, Liwanag pointing it out to the officials. Wasn't an initial whistle, but yun nga, they could always look at it. Off this free throw from Andrew Sanchez, which he converted. For Jacob Espiritu, if this would be upgraded to an unspo, and that will be a mandatory 3 minutes that they will be without him.
Palamig. Just to cool his jets.
They're conferring kung yun nga, there will be a call in that skirmish between Liwanag and Espiritu.
Because there was that initial hit and then the retaliation. So those are the two things that our officials always weigh in on. The initial and the retaliation.
And like you pointed out, Coach Anton, no, yung above the shoulder.
Above yun yung isa pa doon. You see, you're not gonna see it here. You're going to see the retaliation of Jacob Espiritu. So if that's what they're looking at, then yeah, it's clear it is above the shoulder. There was a hit. But prior to that, during the box out, you're going to be able to see that there was an initial motion.
That will be it. Above the shoulder. Jacob Espiritu in disbelief. Pero yun nga, tinitingnan na Coach Anton, you did say that there was that contact above the shoulder. And unfortunately para kay Jacob Espiritu, and more importantly, itong Sur Homes Leyte squad down by 12, wala na si Jacob Espiritu in this for the rest of the game.
It's gonna have to hit the showers.
So kung
About
cooling his
14
jets lang
minutes
talaga,
early.
Coach Anton, no?
Hindi eh. Talagang they threw him out. But again, that is the right call because that's the technical side of things. It was above the shoulder that hit. So kailangan talaga, you know, our referees, they're gonna be very technical about it.
Minsan yung, I mean, at this age, Coach Anton, no? Minsan yung emotions din talaga. Kasi like you said, may girian naman na talaga even before that.
Prior to that. But the tough part is syempre ang titinan ng ating referees or ang nakita ng referee, yung retaliation.
Liwanag able to hit both technical free throws to hike the lead up to 14, matching the biggest of Cavite City. Liwanag gets another one.
Caleb Liwanag, baseline jumper, gets it to go.
Liwanag, already 7 to his name to go with 4 boards. Leyte has to be careful. 16 na. Hinahabol nila dito as Vivar comes up with a steal. But dribbles it off his foot. Back to Leyte. Full court pressure para sa Cavite City. They throw it up to Kilala. Nakabuelo, block by Gamboa.
Timing that perfectly. was Gamboa.
Sanchez to the middle. PP hit. Tough turnaround. Couldn't get the roll.
That time only one crack at the basket. Great job boxing out and controlling the boards for Mark Valiente.
Go to Valiente. Hand off Braza. Will head to the line for two. Better execution there para sa Sure Homes Leyte. They're coming up empty in their previous possessions. Kilala.
No, Andre Gamboa, he timed it. He knew Sean Kilala was incoming, and he was ready for that attack.
I remember Gamboa that is built similar in the pros. I just can't recall yung first name.
Arnold Gamboa. Yeah. Could be they
Could
could
be.
be related. They look alike. And again, we're gonna confer to Daphne, all-knowing.
The all-knowing.
Oh, Daphne Cristobal.
Gamboa though, wishing short on that attempt. Lead sila at 15. Exactly 2 minutes left. Dito sa ating third, Sanchez ahead to Vivar. Valiente trailing but still able to convert.
I thought Mark Valiente had a good chance of getting that block, but great move, great strong drive for Cavite for that deuce.
Although Vivar giving up that foul, kanina pa nga penalty, parehong koponan. So as we were just singing praises, he was still able to finish despite Valiente trailing, giving up that foul away from the basket. Lead at its largest para sa Cavite City. 17 points now. Steven Pascua on the line. Konting dulas on that first free throw. Tamang punas lang muna.
Dumulas nga lang naman.
Knocks down the second. Kapag-adjust. Although Vicente will replace him in the last minute and 41 of the third period. Chance of defense coming from the Leyte bench. Time to cause turnovers. Another pull-up. That's off. That's a stop you're looking for if ikaw ang Leyte.
That's a smart play by Javen Balute. Bouncing it off a Cavite City player.
Heave. Gets it to Alcaez just as planned. Sidestepping his way inside. Gets the foul and the bucket.
How about that lucky break? That bounce to the rim. And then recovering that ball was Leyte XUR Homes.
Move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga Ready. It reminds me of the last play sa The Longest Yard, a movie by Adam Sandler. Parang broken play, pero hindi. Ito talaga yung
Yung
pininano
pala,
natin.
no? Yung pala talaga yun. I remember a play, I think it was women's basketball. Pagka tira, air ball, nag-bounce, na-shoot. Oh, counted pa rin yun.
Mas wild naman yun.
Mas wild yun. No?
I haven't seen that, yeah.
Some video I saw, I don't know if it was on somewhere in social media, one of the apps.
One of the apps.
Oh,
Ang dami nila eh.
Instagram or Facebook, I'm not quite sure.
Leyte causes yet another turnover. Chance na naman makabawas dito sa Kalamangan. Although Geronimo, they're out of control in that attack. Gamboa gets it to Macapagal. Loses the basketball. Gallardo will be fouled. As he walks to the line. Very unfortunate, no? Para sa Leyte, just when you thought makakaagaw ka na. Ilang 2 free throws pa yung ibibigay mo sa Cavite City.
It's a foul on Euclid Geronimo. Masyadong mabilis. It's already his 4th foul though.
Both him and Balute actually. Well, Balute has 3 that have to be careful. Because they're already a man short. In case you just joined us, Jacob Espiritu committed a disqualifying foul. One of their better players nga in their previous ball game. No longer an option. Throw it ahead to Vicente. Hand off to Alcaez, finishing over Sunga.
Nice play, getting that seal screen, and you gotta love his teammate running down court to be able to get that transition offense, that quick offense, or early offense, I should say.
Now down to a dozen. 5-0 run para sa Sur Homes Leyte. Gamboa might have taken an extra step, and yun na nga. Traveling violation will be called against him. Last shot time for the boys in blue. Ooh. Tolentino will lose it on the sidelines. Cavite naman ang may chance ang makatira ng huli dito sa ating third.
It's a wasted opportunity there and unforced turnover. Although may sumasabay nga naman, pero still, one-on-one lang yun.
Get it into Gallardo. Rebar. Gets it to Gamboa on the block. Outside, Sunga for 3. Gets it to go! Balik na naman sa 15, kalamangan ng Cavite City. Just a second remaining. Wouldn't have counted if it went in. Even with that mini run to end the third quarter, it would still be Cavite City taking with them this 15-point advantage. At the end of 3 quarters, silipin muna natin ang ating mga highlights brought to us by Chef's Magic.
We got Andrew Sanchez, Caleb Liwanag teaming up along with Jordan Vibar and Jeremiah Alcaez for Cavite, getting those 2 points. Sa Leyte naman, Lance Royo, Sean Kilala, again, trying their best to make a comeback.
Another lucky fan ang mananalo ng ating Chef's Magic goodies from tip-off to the final buzzer. Every moment counts, and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. Back here in the Divine Light Academy in Las Piñas for the 16-under matchup between Leyte and Cavite City. A look at the crowd once again. Good sides crowds. Sabi nga natin kanina, Coach Anton. A lot of happy faces. Because I think it's our first time activating itong ating big screen.
Last time, wala yan. Para kitang-kita ka daw.
Yan.
Jaime.
Kita yung force. No? High risk eh.
Direct, linoloko tayo eh. Oo, eh. On daw, para kitang-kita.
Of course, we are behind the scenes. It's the players. The people are here to watch. Pineda. That's the ball away from Leyte. Nice find from Macapagal. Hindi naman pinahiya. Rich Fernandez. Early foul whistled here against Cavite City. Macapagal called for his second.
Early steal for Cavite City. Not the start that you want to have if you're Leyte XUR Homes.
Looking for a friend. Finds Valiente. Gets it to go in. Need more of that. Valiente now with 9 and 8. Rivera will be fouled. Great show of sportsmanship there.
As should be at this age, you know, dapat yung sportsmanship, the camaraderie is what you put importance or what you put a premium on.
Sabi mo nga kanina, you know, you're trying to be a upstanding
Member of society. That's correct. That's what you want to build on.
Pineda, nice find. Nahanap nila itong si Fernandez.
Rich Fernandez, but to start things off, Pineda attracting the defense, dropping it off at the last minute.
Deja vu as Valiente scores another one, except this time draws the contact for a bonus free throw.
We're seeing a lot of those outlet passes just getting lost in the defense.
I can count easily 4 times that
Four,
they've gone to
that's
that.
correct. 4 times already with one result, with one bouncing off the floor, hitting the rim, and Kirk Tolentino, I believe, was the one that got the ball and he attacked the basket.
Laid down to 14. They come up with a steal. Balute, spin cycle, tough shot. Couldn't get the roll. So loose ball foul will be called here. Might be against Pineda. So credit that possession to Sean Kilala. Able to keep it alive para sa Leyte.
And, you like what you're seeing with Leyte. They're fighting back.
High in the sky play as Fonasher commits the foul. Alcaez headed to the line for 2. And check this, Coach Anton. 8 and 22 remaining. Penalty na ang Cavite City.
And that's because they're getting beat on offense. And ang nangyayari, they'd have to run back and try to get back on defense.
Great shot from Kuya Alex. The junior MPBL logo as Alcaez hits them both. Down to 8 dozen. It's an unsportsmanlike foul. Will be called against Alcaez, it appears. Kung kanina pa, parang may ano na may color na nagde-develop between him and Fonasher. Kita mo naman yung reaction ng coaches because they're kind of getting some momentum.
And that breaks it if you get this unsportsmanlike foul, because that's going to mean free throws and then ball possession. So, laking bagay yan. But again, these are 16-year-olds. You can't really fault them for being, I wouldn't say, it's yung eagerness, no? It's not youthful exuberance. It's just different. We're reserving that youthful exuberance for something else. But again, this is the youth. These are young players. They still have to learn how to check their emotions. They still have a lot to learn in their young basketball career.
Teaching moment nga para dito sa coaches ng Leyte, no? Just really taking Alcaez to the side, kind of making him realize na, there's really no need for that. Able to cut it down to 12. It was after this free throw. Alcaez not liking that box out. Pretty standard appeared.
We're not going to see it because they were already down. Maybe a different angle would be able to catch it. Because it happened in the sideline when they were running back. You see Liam Fonasher kind of rubbing his right side, that rib area. It's like that's where he got hit. He's all right. I mean, he didn't act out anything. Hindi siya nag-flop. He's, just waited for the referee to blow their whistle.
Cool, calm, and collected din siya. Hindi naman nag-retaliate or anything. Yeah. Ayoko din naman sabihin because his dad was just there seeing the play firsthand. But of course, Alcaez is losing his cool. Our officials having a word with Coach Potit. There wasn't any complaint from Alcaez as well. Parang
kind of knew what he did. Yep, he admitted to that. you just have to be, better. There are certain things that, of course, ayaw mo rin naman nangyayari as a player, but and you always say this, you want to be the bigger person, no? Kung may nangyari man or wala. But
Coach Putit seems to be satisfied with that explanation. Meanwhile, let's take a short break. Magbabalik po ang inyong Manny Pacquiao's Jr. MPBL. .808 remaining dito sa ating ball game in this matchup between the Cavite City MTJH Academy and SUR Homes Leyte. 60-48, abante nga ng 12 ang Cavite City. Prior that break, Coach Anton, they were reviewing an unsportsmanlike call against Alcais and that contact against Liam Ponasher, where it was initially called against Alcais.
unsportsmanlike foul, it was.
So the crowd here sa Divine Light Academy waiting for an official call. So if this would be upgraded once again, then it might just be a second Leyte player kicked out.
Might. So, but hopefully it won't be the case because yun nga, medyo short-handed na itong Leyte.
We were trying to ask kanina, no, just going back, if Andre Gamboa was related to Arnold. Gamboa. And yung pagpan nung fans natin kanina, I think I saw a big guy in a green shirt with a Nike logo. All right, Coach Robbie approaching us here at the panel.
It's our technical head letting us know. So it's just a couple of unsportsmanlike fouls, so that's going to cancel everything out. And play on.
So 3 minutes to cool off para kay Liam Ponasher and Jeremiah Alcaiz. Still 8:08 to play. That just might have fired up itong Leyte. Nagkaroon sila ng cheering squad. Chance of defense. They bad the knee, down by 12.
Nice recovery on Mark Valiente. They were trying to go back door. Talking about Cavite.
Hit to shoot. Foul be whistled. Team foul number 3 para sa Leyte. Tuti Kilala called for his first personal. Rivera finds Macapagal. Almost a steal. Recovered by Fernandez. Short. That high looper. And we'll get the roll the second time around.
Rich Fernandez, all of the points from Cavite coming from him in this quarter.
What a time for it to come. Able to keep Sur Homes Leyte at bay. Arroyo back in the contest para sa Leyte. Gets trapped. Able to get it to Balute. Great fake. Will be fouled.
It's going to be on Pineda. We saw that right in front of us. Trying to go for that block on that shot of Javen Balute.
Can't help but recall a number of conversations we had just last week. No? Yung mga ganyang natatakam eh.
Oo. And we always say this. Great defenders make it difficult for you to get off a shot. They always beat you to the spot. You know, shot blocking is good, it's great, but all you really need to do is bother the offense. And if they miss, again, in the bigger picture, in the grand scheme of things, this is a team sport. So if a team cannot score because of how you bother their shot, you've already won. That's already the case, the great case.
Yun pa rin naman yung resulta eh.
At this age, you should be thinking team first. That should be what you're doing. Not saying that these players aren't thinking team first, but that's what you would want from your players. That's what you want to instill, the team first mentality.
Pineda overcooks that layup. Balute once more. Goes to Kilala. Pulls up, uses the glass, rattles out. Rivera throws it ahead. Fernandez has played great here in the fourth quarter. Open for three, but shoe size too big. Para kay Luigi Lopez.
Masyado malaki yung Sabrinas niya.
Royo all alone. Cuts the lead down to 10.
Getting away from the defense was Royo finishing on that layup.
Still a long way to go. 5:42. Still left here sa ating fourth period. Lopez. Tough shot. Balute high up for that rebound. Valiente now. Might have carried and will be called for a traveling violation, and he knew it.
Bit too eager to be able to get those 2 points and try to get back here was Javen Balute.
Saw some daylight, no? Parang nakita na siya ng puwang eh. So naiwan yung bola. Officials taking another look. Bit of an issue maybe in our scoreboard. Just trying to sort out exactly how much time is left. Trying to reset the score as well. It's 62-52 in favor of Cavite City.
Yep, that's what we have here sa ating stats. This is a thing of beauty, I just gotta say. This helps a lot. Dati mano-mano pa yan But ngayon,
parang a couple of players lang yung matatrack mo talaga ng ano eh.
Maaalala mo, pero ngayon, you can see everything almost real time.
Meanwhile, let's have another look at a lucky fan na nanalo ng ating Chef's Magic goodies. Of course, from tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts, and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. Swerte naman ng mga fans natin. Nakakuha ng Chef's Magic, Fruity Iced Tea. Kahapon, kailangan namin yung Fruity Iced Tea.
Oo.
Pero si Philip kasi, hindi tayo.
Inubos ba lahat? Inubos lahat?
Inubos, oo eh.
Si Philip talaga, oo.
Sabi mo lang naman kumuha, di ba? Sabi niya. Ano sabi bigay ko sa'yo? Andrew Sanchez back in the ball game now para sa Cavite City. And, unfortunately, after that reset, Wasn't quite aware of how much time they had left to cross the timeline. So Leyte an opportunity to make it a single-digit deficit. Ito yung 10-point barrier na hindi nila ma-break.
Let's see if they're gonna cut this lead down to single digits.
Trying to be smart was Balute inbounding it to the back of a Cavite City ace, player. But they do get the ball back after a counter turnover naman by Cavite City. Geronimo. Through traffic. He's fearless, this kid.
He is indeed. And you see how he hugs that ball like a running back, making sure na hindi siya matatapikan when he goes inside. He was in between two defenders. So apat na kamay yun. And he just protects that and he's still able to go ahead and stretch for that layup.
Shades of Stephon Marbury. Ganyang galaw. It's the first. And ito na nga. Just a 9-point lead now for Cavite City. Second coming our way. Couldn't knock it down. Abubo will secure the board. Close to halfway through ang ating fourth quarter. Nice pass. Couldn't finish off that attempt was Payumo. Balute, he will fly. A bit awkward. Abubo gets another board. Able to get it to Lopez. Ahead to Payumo. Fades away. Short. Kilala.
Nice defense by Mark Valiente.
Couple of stops dito para sa Leyte, keeping their hopes alive. Wide open for this 3-ball. But that won't fall for Balute. But Valiente says, I got you.
Turning trash into cash, getting those offensive, or that offensive rebound was Mark Valiente.
Valiente close to a double-double now, 14 and 9. But look at that layup, acrobatic. Buhusan ng tubig. Ang apoy dito ng Leyte, Andrew Sanchez. Quite a court general para dito sa Cavite City. Ooh. Napasabit pa nga ang kanyang defender.
Playing the role of a firefighter is Andrew Sanchez.
Who brought to us by pound-for-pound fitness, B. Liga ready as Alcaez checks back in after that mandatory 3-minute break.
And he is an important part para dito sa side ni Coach Carlo Pacheco, talking about Alcaez.
Great performance para kay Sanchez so far in this game. 15 points, leading all scorer. Couple of assists as well. And completes a 3-point play. 5 out of 5 from the charity stripe, if I'm not mistaken. Balute. Now Alcaez. A lot of energy after that long break. Sizing up Lopez. Short on that attempt. Under 4 minutes to play with. Sanchez contra Arroyo. But to get the pick from Payumo. But that time blocked by Valiente.
That time Valiente was waiting for him, but nice pick by Payumo, like what you mentioned. Getting Andrew Sanchez free, but nice help by Mark Valiente. And that's what you want to see from your teammates. They have each other's back.
Haba din ni Valiente. Talagang outstretched arms. Hindi mo na malulusutan if ikaw si Andrew Sanchez. Get it to block. Abubo against two defenders na payungan. Alcaez looking to run. 5 white shirts immediately back on defense. Forces it up. Shot too strong. Kilala. Ayaw pa rin. He gets the ball back. Mamadali ang Leyte. Running through 2 white walls. Pili ka na lang dyan, Coach Anton. Payumo or Vives.
It's going to be on Vives. Calvin Vives had to give up that foul after that strong drive to the basket by Kyle Juanerio. 3 tries para dito sa Leyte to be able to get some points. Initially, Sean Kilala was already open here at the right. And I was actually looking at him, and that right side was always going to be open, or is going always going to be open. Pero hindi talaga nabibigay dun sa parte na yon.
1 out of 2 para kay Juanerio. Lead at 8. So Leyte continuing to knock at the Cavite City door. Sanchez. Now Vives. Look at Alcaiz down on the floor, coming up with a steal. Balute able to get it to Juanerio. This is Kilala rather, speeding through once more. Sean Kilala. Kilala na
natin to si Sean. It's a great move inside, slithering his way. Parang nagdi-drills lang eh. Was Sean Kilala on that attack to the rack.
2-possession ball game, lead at 6, 65 to 59. Sanchez. Shot clock down to 8, masusundutan. Sanchez pa rin. Down to 4 now. Puts it up. Hits the back of the iron. Leyte another opportunity. Alcaiz weaving his way through. Carries the basketball but short. Valiente. Short stab. Still no go. Look at Juanerio. Earning those 2 points.
3 tries. 3 opportunities on the third time. That's the charm for the side of Leyte as Juanerio getting that offensive rebound and the putback.
Sanchez will turn it over. And the last 2 minutes echoing the Divine Light Academy here in Las Piñas. After being up by as much as 17, itong Cavite City now down to just 4.
So far, a 12-6 run for the side of Leyte here in the 4th quarter.
Juanerio able to elude Abubo and cuts it down to just 2 now.
He just went all the way to the basket. No defenders helping out.
Great recovery there from Alcaiz. Would have been an easy 2 para kay Abubo. This is the fight that you were looking for, no? Coming from this latest squad.
They're making sure that they're not going to go down that easily, as we saw that layup uncontested.
They get it inside. Gonna share. Long 2. That's off. A chance to tie or take the lead para sa Sur Homes Leyte. Balute penetrates. Isa balak, no? Any Leyte player, they just want to go and find that shaded area. Although Balute is still down on the floor after that contact.
Look at that. They're just attacking the rack. And you have to commend how Coach Carlo Pacheco told his players to just keep fighting, keep fighting. 17 points down, let's just keep at it, diba? They did not have that quit in them. And for the side of Coach Putit naman, he's letting his players figure it out, you know, letting them mature, letting them figure out how to weather the storm.
Kasama rin yan, eh, no? Itong adversity na to na makakaharap mo.
Kailangan mo yan eh.
How do your players react? Free throws. Hurting Leyte just a bit, lalo dito down the stretch. Couple of opportunities for them to inch closer.
A bit flat on that release for Javen Balute.
Quite the free throw party. 16 of 28 para sa Leyte, 17 of 25 naman para sa Cavite City. And missing them both. So
costly, yeah, costly. Misses for Javen.
Abubo finds an opening. Couldn't finish over Valiente. Guys, once again, goes through the middle, finger roll, and great positioning from Gallardo. as he will be called for an offensive foul.
With a teammate to the left. Could have dished it off. He was running with him if you look at it.
Was it Sean Kilala again making himself
Yeah,
available?
could have been Sean Kilala.
Parang tayo lang yata yung may kilala. Couple of opportunities.
Kanina he was on the right, yeah, and then now on the left.
Sanchez gets the ball across. Abubo will try from 3. Ayaw. Player ahead of the pack. It's Juanerio. Abubo trailing him. Challenges the shot. Gets the finish. Plus the foul.
How do you like that? Kyle Juanerio. No fear. He knew Abubo was trailing. Woo.
Parang ngayon lang yata hinugot to ni Coach
Yep,
Carlo.
magic
Coach Anton,
bunot.
Look at that. Move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness. That was a pound for pound move, literally, because Abubo was there to challenge it.
Abubo was gonna pound that ball.
Juanerio, an opportunity to give the lead back to Sur Homes Leyte. Knocks it down with exactly a minute remaining in this game. Looking for an inbounder is Cavite City. Get it to Sanchez. Ball tapped away, stolen by Alcaiz. Says, let's slow it down. Juanerio. Now Kilala. Making a move against Liwanag. He will be fouled. Sean Kilala. 4 points. But very important free throws to give even more cushion para sa Sur Homes Leyte.
Great patience by Leyte on that offensive set. They did not rush anything. They did not force any shot up. They just went isolation, found that mismatch. And Sean Kilala took advantage.
At least that time, no? Nakilala siya ng mga teammates. Still a one-possession ball game, make or miss, with 43.3 seconds left in the contest. Knocks down both. Now a 3-point lead para sa Leyte. Chance of defense, palakas ng palakas. Stolen away by Juanerio. Overshoots, but there is Alcaiz for the follow. Just like that, the script has been flipped. Lamang na ng 5 ang Sur Homes Leyte. Take another look. Sanchez, his pocket got picked. Tatanungin mo siguro si Juanerio, that was an alley-oop to Alcaiz.
Yes.
As we have this Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL timeout. To 65, Sur Homes Leyte now with a 5-point advantage after being down by as much as 17 points. But still 36.8 seconds remaining dito, Coach Anton. Cavite City has to regain their composure.
They do indeed. They need to calm down, execute the play that's going to be drawn up, or that was drawn up by Coach Putit. 29-9, fourth quarter for the side of Leyte to overhaul that 17-point deficit. Wow.
Tinagalang talaga din nila.
You know what I love about how they got back? They did not chuck threes. They kept at it, just point by point.
Liwanag will be fouled. And ikaw naman ng Cavite City, that's also what you need to do. You know, point by point.
Point by point. It's a 5-point lead. 2-possession ball game like what we mentioned, but you know, don't need to rush.
Liwanag, 5 out of 6 from the line so far. We'll get the first one. Bit of a roll. Chance to make it a 1-possession ball game once again. Gets them both. As Coach Carlo Pacheco will call for his own timeout. Now up by just 3. You're gonna play the foul game as early as now if ikaw ang Cavite City, Coach Anton?
Just good, honest defense. Get that stop. You still have 30 seconds. If you're gonna have 4 seconds of extra or 6 seconds extra, so just play good defense. Try to get that stop.
Try to force a turnover. Of course, both teams already in the penalty. MTJH homes Leyte. The last time they tasted the lead was back at the end of the first, 16-15.
Wow.
Biglang alago ang Cavite City in that second quarter. Built a lead as high as 17. But like you said, no? Talagang piniso-piso nitong Leyte. Now trying to protect this 3-point advantage.
And again, you have to admire Coach Carlo Pacheco and what he did, what he told his players. Maraming players, 17 points, medyo mawawala ng gana. And then you also have one of your players getting thrown out. Pero still, Leyte fighting back. Did not give up.
Able to find a way. This time, it's Cavite City looking for that stop. So they elect to inbound on the front court. So shot clock will be at 14. .3 seconds left. It's 70-67 para sa Leyte. Valiente asking for it. Gets it inside against Pineda and gets the deuce. Look at the bench of Leyte. Nakakaramdam na sila that this just might be the redemption after that devastating loss in their first game. Valiente.
Going back door. Yep, going back door was Mark Valiente. 16 points now, 10 rebounds, double-double performance for Coach Carlo Pacheco's very reliable big.
Only 27.6 seconds remaining in this ball game. A 5-point lead para sa Leyte. Great execution of that previous play. Coach Anton able to find Valiente. A monster double-double para sa kanya. 16 and 10.
There you go. Leading all scorers in this ball game is Mark Valiente.
Of course, Cavite City by no means out of it. Are you looking for a 3 as early as now, Coach Anton? Not just yet.
Not just yet. Quick 2 if it's there.
They find Fonasher. Makes a move. Pass deflected. As a foul will be called, a pull. That's a big call against Braza. That will mean free throws para kay Fonasher. Was Balute rather called for that personal, and that's his 5th.
Ouch. trying to keep Liam Fonacher away from that leather. You see it there. Liam tried to give it to his teammate at the corner, trying to kick it out. Napakialaman.
Gonna share like with that free throw.
Very calm and collected.
Remember watching UAAP when I was in college, and pag nag-free throw si Larry Fonacher, hindi na kami nagbubu eh. Sayang lang yung
Just
boses
leave
mo
it
eh.
alone. Yeah, just leave it alone.
They throw it ahead. Juanerio saying he was pulled. So almost a turnover para dito sa Leyte. They will keep it on the baseline. Just 20.8 seconds remaining. Still a 3-point lead para dito sa Leyte. Make sure they get the ball inbound.
Again, watch the back pick, watch the down screens.
They go inside! A bucket for Sean Kilala plus the foul!
Andrew Sanchez was not expecting that cut. He was expecting a back pick so that Mark Valiente would get that ball, but then he cut right down, talking about that Sean Kilala.
Talk about reading the floor.
Yep.
And for Andrew Sanchez, that's also gonna be foul number 5. Under pound-for-pound fitness, B-Liga ready move. Sean Kilala really making a name for himself dito sa ating junior MPBL.
Great game for Sean Kilala. Not some monster numbers, but when they need it, he was able to get those points. And remember, there are a lot of instances na libre siya, but he would still be able to find ways to score and get those offensive boards for the side of Coach Carlo Pacheco.
Still a 5-point lead, only 18.6 seconds remaining. They get it to De Vera. Throws it away. They would just play keep away, talking about Leyte. Juanerio will be fouled by Liwanag. Look at Leyte. Parang may sigh of relief na. Imagine being down by 17.
And then your best player from last game, Yakov Espiritu, had to exit the game early. Just composure, keeping at it, the patience to get that lead or cut that lead down, tie the ball game.
Credit this kid as well, Coach Anton. Ito si Juanerio, inabunot nga ni Coach Carlo. In less than 10 minutes of action, 12 points. Sabi mo, kung timing lang ang usapan.
Oh, eh.
Ball tapped away.
Gotta
Only 1.9.
say, not always there when you call, but always on time is Kyle Juanerio.
Showing our age, but I love it. I don't know if Daphne could relate, pero I know what you were referring to. Fonacher puts a shot up as the buzzer sounds to end this ball game. What a comeback for XUR Homes Leyte, getting their first victory after that opening day loss. And making it 2 straight. 18 under winning earlier. 16 under doing the same in dramatic fashion, should I say.
Washing away the bitter taste in their mouths of that opening, or not opening day, but that first game of last week for XUR Homes Leyte.
Just the fight sa mga bata nga ni Coach Carlo Pacheco. Pero sabi mga Coach Putit, testing yung kanyang mga bata. You know, how would they react after giving up that 17-point lead?
Just a test of character for his boys, and for XUR Homes naman. Again, napakaganda nung pinakita nila in terms of the patience, the resilience, not giving up.
Not giving up indeed. And sino bang hindi matutuwa din? If you are a Leyte fan, right? That grit that they displayed throughout the contest could have easily folded. Sabi mo nga. But one guy that proved to be that inside presence na kinailangan ng Leyte kasama ni Daphne Cristobal, our best player of the game, Mark Valiente.
Mark Valiente scoring double-double in today's game. Congratulations sa'yo, Mark. Alam naman natin, last game, heartbreaking yung naging pagkatalo nyo. Kanina, 17 points yung kailangan yung habulin. Pag-usapan natin yung naging puso ng team ninyo para kayo ang magwagi ngayong hapon.
Una-una po nung nakita namin si Espiritu na nawala po sa court. Sabi po namin, mas ano pa po namin, mas lagyan po namin ng gigil tsaka ng puso. Yun lang po.
Yun pala, parang mas naging ganado kayo dun sa pag-exit ni Espiritu. Baka meron gustong pasalamatan or batiin ngayon?
Unang-una po, nagpapasalamat ako kay God. Nagpapasalamat po sa coaches namin na si Coach Carlo, si Coach Maynard, si Coach Daboy, si Coach Benji, si Coach Ferdy, si Coach Jay, si Coach Harold, lalo na kay Tita Elaine, na maganda. Sa sponsors po namin na Sando Republica, kay Sir Dindo, kay RRA's Trading, kay Ma'am Grace and Sir Ronnie Garan, and sa Gadget Protector kay Boss Ryan Flores, and sa AJL Elevator kay Boss Billy Sotelo, and kay Cap yung bar na siya of Barangay 163 Caloocan, and sa Primera Basketball. Sa family po, si Tita Karen, si Mayen, yung mami ko po na nanonood dyan, sumusuporta sa pamilya ko. And shoutout po sa mga tropa ko dyan na laging nakasubaybay sa amin. Yun lang po.
Again, Mark, congratulations sa'yo, pati na rin sa team Leyte XUR Homes dahil nakuha nyo na ang inyong unang panalo dito sa ating tournament. And of course, we would like to say thank you as well to Don Benitos for providing our player of the game, this Filipino delicacy. Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasaba. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. Congratulations once again, Mark Valiente and the rest of XUR Homes Leyte for coming up with this 16-under victory. One more game in this 3-game series. Cavite City at XUR Homes Leyte magtatapat muli, this time in the 14-under division. Yan lamang po kayo. More of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL when we return.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng